Today I'm driving in the back roads, and I've got a word for the church. You know, the word I sent up yesterday was pretty hard, but absolutely true and 100% factual. But I really, in my heart of hearts, I don't believe the church today, the leadership and all the prophets and all the people within the church, leadership, I really don't believe that they're holding the bride down on purpose. I think it's all passed down generation by generation by generation, the leadership and the laity, and they just have, when they go to seminary, they learn the same thing I learned. And that's why they call it cemetery, because you actually learn the truth. But instead of the truth setting them free, that man's traditions have taught them, the truth has bound them down into certain strict ways of doing things, that the laity is the laity and the leadership are the leadership. You'll have to forgive me, I had to pull off. Had people behind me, and you could feel all the anger and all the other stuff that was going on as they had to wait. Now I'm going to give you a little taste of where God has blessed me to be. And so I just pulled off. This is right down from our home. And I just want to say this, that men and women of God and leadership in the church, Paul came in demonstration of the glory, not preaching in the wisdom of man or the wisdom of the Gentiles, and not preaching a rote message that he was taught, but in demonstration of the Holy Spirit. And it goes different. See, I can stand in front of a church and I can prophesy, and I can call out the pastor who is in the middle of a divorce and say, I told you to forgive her. And point at the woman and say, I told you to take him back, or vice versa. I can do that. But the thing is, every man and woman filled with the Spirit of God can. And not just every man and woman filled with the Spirit of God, but every man and woman on the earth today have the mixture of the DNA of Abraham in their gene, in their blood. And that DNA was the one that heard God's voice. Because God said in Habakkuk that he would Jezreel, Israel, into all the seed of all humanity. And he did that. And the seed of Abraham was the one that could hear the voice of God plain, to the point that when God asked him, he was even willing to sacrifice his own son because he heard the voice. So of course God would Jezreel that DNA into all humanity. But this message is to the leadership of the church. When you come in demonstration of power, and I've seen and I've been a part of it, you're on the stage and you've got all the people in the congregation, and all the people in the congregation are watching as spectators as you call out a man here, and you call out a sickness over there, and here this one's got a hurt hip, and this is your name, or like Branham did, here's your social security number, here's your driver's license number, here's your address. Every man and woman and child on the face of the earth today have that latent ability within them. I'm going to say it again. All of you have that latent ability within you. But it's the infilling of the Holy Spirit and the belief that that infilling of the Holy Spirit will ignite that and empower that in you, that you can do the things Jesus did. Because when you read everything, you read the Bhagavad Gita, you read the Septuagint, you read the Apocrypha, you read the Hindu holy books, you read every holy book out there, and only the New Testament and Jesus demonstrate the power that's latent within humanity that has to arise to prevent the harvesting of the earth by the Luciferians and by CERN, and can change the properties of that patented 2020-60606A1 nanobot injection that's being injected into humanity so they can harvest them as cryptocurrency. Because, see, the computers put too big of a strain on the natural resources of the earth, and the Luciferians are all about making sure the resources of the earth, they're all about the earth. Because Lucifer brought light to the garden. He told Adam and Eve, the tyrannical God Yahweh is keeping you enslaved and stupid in the garden. But if you'll eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you'll be set free. And they saw the light. And they knew good and evil. And they became as gods. But see, the church today, it's a show. But it's time for the men and women of God in the audience to be trained with the demonstration of the power that's within them. Because, see, even the smallest child in your congregation has more power in their little finger than all of hell combined. You limit yourself to the vessel you inhabit when God says you are Him walking in this earth. Manifest His Spirit everywhere you go. Pour out the love everywhere you go. When you look on somebody, ask God to reveal it to you, and He will. Just like the men and women and prophets and pastors and apostles and bishops and deacons and the high apostate order of the intergalactic confederation of apostles. It's just ego. It's just man standing with her foot on the neck of the image of God. Arise and shine. Humanity, throw off the feet that would hold you down. This is Daniel Robinette praying for this earth to prevent the harvest that is surely here. God bless you.